G'day interwebs, I'm Bman and this is Super Mario Maker 2. We're going to play Yamamura's Dojo, which is the lessons in the game. Remember to hit subscribe, and there's a playlist on my channel if you want to catch up on the previous videos, including other lesson videos, other Yamamura's Dojo videos. Super Mario Maker 2! Ooh, auto's rising. Okay. In this course theme, you can change the height of the water or lava. Give it a try. That's good, but I want to go to Yamamura's Dojo. So in a previous video, we did the first 5 lessons. So here we go with lesson 6, using parts, terrain. Yamamura the pigeon says cuckoo, which in English means, in this lesson we'll be talking about terrain parts. Let's start with ground, which is generally used as a foundation to walk on or for making walls. Let's see it in action. Placing terrain like so creates platforms that Mario has to jump on. But there's no rule saying that ground tiles have to be placed on the ground. You can also place them in the air to make floating islands. Yamamura says, next let's look at bridges, semi-solid platforms and mushroom platforms. These parts are interesting because Mario can jump through them from below to get on them, but he can't get through them from above. Also, let me show you something. Nina, do you think you can get these 4 coins? The ones in the middle, easy peasy. No, the walls are too high. I can't get out. Yamamura says, hehehe. Remember to keep in mind how high Mario can jump when designing your course. Watch the lesson again. No, thank you. Okay, part 7, using blocks. Using parts, blocks. Yamamura says cuckoo, which means the block and question mark block parts are some of the most versatile and iconic tools in your Maker toolbox. Nina says Mario can walk on blocks and question mark blocks, meaning you can use them as mid-air platforms. Yamamura says let's try walking on some regular old brick blocks. This is all Nina, this isn't me. Am I blocking Yamamura? No, not really. Could be up here though. Yamamura says Ku, which means next I'm going to place some question mark blocks. I don't know what they're called in Mario canon. I don't know if they're question mark blocks or mystery blocks. If you know, then post in the comment section. Or I mean, I could look it up on Google. Yamamura says, you can put various parts inside of a question mark block. Whatever you've placed inside the question mark block will pop out when Mario hits it. Nina says, oh yeah, let's stuff some parts in these question mark blocks. Let's go, Super Mushroom. I figured that out myself in an earlier video. Yamamura says, ah yes, that's a power-up item. Nina says, trampoline time, baby. Yamamura says, yes, you can put certain gizmos in them too. It's good to know. Nina says, and I'll stick a Goomba in here. A Goomba in a question mark block. Yamamura says, okay, that's an odd choice, but... Nina says, last but not least, a green Koopa Troopa. Yamamura says, I'm getting too old for this. Go ahead and play it, Nina. Nina says, try and stop me. Huh, it's kind of annoying when enemies come out of question mark blocks. Yamamura says, when a player hits a question mark block, they expect to find something good inside. I recommend you avoid putting enemies in them, unless you can think of a fun reason to do so. Finally, we'll cover the regular brick blocks. Mario can break brick blocks by hitting them while he's powered up. That's right, small Mario can't break those suckers. Let's see what this means in practice. Yamamura says, if you break a ledge made of brick blocks, you may not be able to clear the course. Think about that when designing. Try to avoid creating situations where the player has no option but to restart if they break a brick block. It's a good reason to test your levels a lot. As well as keep an eye out for that particular problem. Brick blocks forming the only way forward in a course. Okay, so using parts, enemies. Yamamura says, cuckoo, which means, now I'll teach you about Goombas and Koopa Troopas. Nina says, you probably already know this, but enemies like Goombas and Koopa Troopas will hurt Mario if they run into him. Yamamura says, let's observe a wild Goomba in its natural habitat. I feel like it's coming at me, but I'm pretty sure Nina's controlling. Nina says, the Goomba isn't exactly a genius. It keeps moving forward when it reaches the edge of a platform, only turning around when it bumps into a wall. Yamamura says, you can defeat a Goomba by stepping on it from above, like so. Next we'll cover Koopa Troopas. Watch the movement of the green Koopa Troopa and the red Koopa Troopa. The green Koopa Troopa keeps moving forward when it reaches the edge of a platform, whereas the red Koopa Troopa turns around when it reaches the edge. Yamamura says, jumping on the green Koopa Troopa or the red Koopa Troopa from above will turn it into a shell and cause it to stop moving. But if you leave them there for a while, they'll pop back out of their shell and start moving again. Mario can kick a Koopa shell by bumping into it from the side. It's also a good idea to think about terrain that allows players to use Koopa shells effectively. Nina says, I wonder why the green ones and the red ones move differently. Do you think it's cultural or biological? Yamamura says biological, they're just programmed to move that way. Anyway, there are many other types of enemies as well. Knowing the characteristics of each enemy type is important when placing them in your course. Enemies can create difficulty spikes in your course, so don't go overboard with them. Nina says, treat enemies like truffle salt. A little bit goes a long way. Okay, so lesson 9, using parts, gizmos. Yamamura says cuckoo. In pigeon tongue, this means, in this lesson we'll be talking about gizmos. In English, Nina says, gizmos are handy for lots of things, including moving Mario around the level. Yamamura says we'll start with lifts. Let's look at the lifts in action. Nina says the moving lifts let you cross wide gaps and reach high places. Yamamura says, next we'll cover the trampoline. Take a look. Nina says, the trampoline is a great way to let Mario reach high places. Yamamura says, player actions can be different depending on the game style. There are some game styles that allow players to carry trampolines. So that's which version of Mario the level is based on, I think. Yamamura says, you can also adjust the size and movement direction of many gizmos. The fire bar is one such gizmo. Now I'm going to adjust the length and direction of the fire bar rotation. Okay, so he adjusted the lengths and he made one go clockwise instead of anti-clockwise. No, he made two go. Yeah, one clockwise, two anti-clockwise. Nina says changing the fire bar length and direction can really affect the difficulty of getting past it. Part 10, Super Mushrooms. Super Mushrooms. Yamamura says "koo," which concisely contains the sentence, "In this lesson we'll talk about the super mushroom." Nina says, "If small Mario munches on one of these, he can power up into Super Mario." Yamamura says, "Let's go get the super mushroom." Yamamura says, "Small Mario turned into Super Mario and broke the brick blocks, allowing him to advance through the course." Nina says, "Are you sure it's cool to just leave power-ups lying on the ground like that? Doesn't seem very sanitary." Yamamura says, "Good point. Power-up items should probably be put into question mark blocks to make them feel special. I feel like they're called mystery blocks. With that in mind, I'll put the super mushroom in the mystery block." Alright, Nina, give this a try. Nina says, "Mum is feeling hungry for a super mushroom." Yamamura says, "Finally, there's one last thing I'd like you to keep in mind. Okay, Nina, transform into Super Mario and try to get all the coins in the next area." Nina says, "You don't have to ask me twice." Oh no. Ack! I turned back into small Mario so I couldn't break the brick block. And this stinking wall is too high for me to go back, so now I'm stuck forever. Yamamura says, "Nina's agony, while entertaining, is precisely why it's important to avoid creating areas that trap players." Okay, so I did 5 lessons in my first video, which you can find on the playlist on my channel. And that's another 5 videos. So, yeah, I'll do 5 more videos at some time in... lessons. That's 5 lessons. And I did 5 lessons in the previous video, which is on a playlist on my channel. So, yeah, hit subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment and share. All of my other socials are on my channel page. They're all BmanPwnz, BmanPwnz on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out, interwebs.